The veil thins. What will you find waiting beyond it? Welcome, dear siblings, to your pick a card, or in this case, pick a troll reading for Samhain. Now, quick caveat. If you, for some reason, stumbled across this video and it isn't Samhain time, Halloween time, have no fear. I feel that if you've been drawn to something, then you should definitely listen to your intuition and just go for it. I'm sure there's something here for you, so no worries if it's not the right time of year. Now, the way that a pick a card or pick a troll reading works is that you simply listen to your intuition and pick a troll. And then you go down into the description box below and find the timestamp that corresponds to the troll that you selected. And then there you go. You're at your reading. Group 1 is the fuchsia-haired troll. Group 2 is the black-haired troll. And group 3 is the white-haired troll. So just take a moment, listen in, and just go with whichever one you are drawn the most to. Don't overthink it, just go with your gut on this one. And we will see you at your reading. All right, see you soon. Welcome, Group 1. Blessed Samhain. Blessed cross quarter day. The troll that you felt most drawn to help guide you on this Samhain reading was our sweet Bendigeidfran. Now, Bendigeidfran, while he isn't physically the largest troll in the tarot troll family, his namesake, Bran the Blessed, is actually a giant with a heart so big and wise. So he is here to preside over your reading today. I've created a special spread for this reading that follows a pentacle, and we shall begin by identifying you at this time of the veil's thinning, and we shall then journey to have a look at your past, take a snapshot of your energy at the present, have a gander at the future, dive into your subconscious, and then finally view the gift that you may find beyond the veil. Now, only you know what this gift signifies. Is it a message from ancestors? A message from deity? Something from your higher self? From your guides? I'm sure you will have a sense of what it is. And then, of course, finally, we have a secret Samhain Oracle card that we shall view at the end to bring it all together. These I drew beforehand, but we're doing the tarot live. And I like to sing a little bit while I draw. So let's begin. Amen. Amen. What card signifies you, yourself, as we come near to this thinning of the veil. Aha. Oh, we have two. We always have to listen when there's two. The Sun and the Knight of Wands. You are definitely in a fire energy as we reach this time of the thinning of the veil. Shining bright, you're the sun baby. And you have a lot of initiative, just like that Knight of Wands. Fire with direction, he's ready to go. So you are very ready to go. It may be that you already have your Samhain, your Halloween plans on lock. You know what you want to do. You know what you want to get. You have this fresh burst of sunny energy, this fire. I love this. I love this. Now let's see a little peek at your recent past to see what sort of ignited this bright sun energy for you. So what did the recent past look like for our fiery group 1? Aha. Ooh. You are burning so bright that there is major arcana energy for days. The Lovers. The alchemical marriage. The Hieros Gamos. You've been, in the past, there's been this beautiful sense of union with the different parts of yourself, your different passions. And also, you've invited deity, however it is that you approach deity. You've invited that divine messaging, that divine power in to the marriage within yourself. It may even be that there is someone in your life that you have partnered with in a very equal and strong way. So that's a beautiful point to be coming from, and it makes sense that you would come from the Lovers as the sun baby. We might even say, like in a symbolical sense, that with this Hieros Gamos, with this sacred marriage you've done of your opposites, of the disparate parts of yourself, that invitation of divine creative life in the center, that from that union was birthed you as the sun baby, as the child of the Lovers within yourself, giving birth to the sun baby. And we might even see that perhaps the sun matures in their youth into the Knight of Wands. So you've been doing that spiritual work to birth yourself anew, this bright and shining rebirth that has then matured into this Knight of Wands who is ready. You've got your wand. It is filled with magic power, fire energy, and you are ready to take on the next challenge. So that's very exciting because you're coming from such a strong, exuberant base. Now let's have a little look-see at the present. So what is the present energy that our sun baby turned into the Knight of Wands is reveling in? love tarot. I'm sure you've noticed. The Magician. We might say that the Magician is an even further maturation of the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is ready to go forth and begin working magic, making things happen. And the Magician is further matured into a practitioner who now can use their wand to bring into manifestation that which is above into the below, and has harnessed and has at their fingertips to utilize as tools all four elements, and understands how to bring down the essence, the fifth element, I think of the name of it. Oh, effervescence. You probably, if you're, as you are this person, this amazing person, you know what I mean by the fifth element. The ether, that's the one, the ether. So you are in a magnificent place right now, in the present, to be approaching this sacred time of the veil thinning. You're ready. Just as I was saying that you have everything, you know what you would like to achieve. You know what questions you want to ask, what rituals you want to perform, what spell work, what meditations. You have a very clear idea of where you're going and what you're doing here, because you've done that deep inner work, that deep marriage. You've birthed yourself as the sun, and you've matured into a practitioner who is set up and ready. Wow. Wow. Look at you. Fire, fire, fire. That is, oh, it's gorgeous. Okay. So where are we trending in the future? My magician, my sun baby. You brilliant self, you. What are we looking at in the near future here? Feeling that one. Yep. Justice. I also want to point out that you are also just crackling, sparkling with major arcana energy. 4 major arcana and also 1 card to identify yourself wasn't enough. You had to have 2. You needed both a major and a minor. Really? Justice. Oof. Once again, this beautiful balance. You, in the future, with the work that you've been doing, the energies that you have been not playing with, working with, you have a reason. Justice. This is a very grown up. We're still wearing red here. Justice is creating that balance. Justice is doing something very tangible in the physical world. And of course, as in all times, but the old familiar thing, particularly right now in the world, justice is what we need. Justice is so needed. We need those who have done that inner work and know how to harness the power of the elements to come in kick some butt, create some equality, work out justice. I think that's why the Knight of Wands has appeared here. You've got the firepower to start. You've got the knowledge to do what you need to do. And you also have the authority and the balance to affect true positive change. Wow. Wow. Okay. I am so, I was gonna say excited for you, but further than that, I am grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for what you are going to do. Now let's take a quick dip into your subconscious before we discover what it is that you're going to bring back from behind the veil for yourself and for the rest of us, because it's very clear here that whatever it is that you are bringing forth, you are intending on using it to help the collective. So let's see what's lurking in your subconscious. You can't, ooh, I felt that. Oh no, I lost it. Whenever I lose a card that seems to be jumping, I just trust that it will come back if it really wants to be a part of what we're doing. I just I'm feeling, you can't tell, but I always close my, I can't help but I close my eyes when I shuffle. Woo! All right. Speaking of fire, your subconscious is a bit of a tower moment. But given the rest of what is happening here, I do not see this as like a big scary tower moment. Because, and I was actually I was meditating on the tower the other day in like a very, like an extra positive light. And what I was thinking about was the fact that it is catalyst. It is, I was actually thinking of it in relation to justice. Because obviously, given where it falls, the tower falls in the sequence after the devil, which shows people who are, you know, they're not actually chained. They're very loosely chained. They could get out if they want, but they're not. They're sort of in this very passive, addictive, they're stuck in this pattern. And then this lightning strike comes, explodes it, and makes it so that we have to go forward. Things have to change. Things can't stay the way they've been staying, the way they've been, because the tower's literally been exploded. And these people flying off, once they get their footing again, they're going to have to choose another path. They can't continue. Whatever it was they were doing within the tower is done. Tower's gone. Tower's damaged. They have new decisions to make. And so I see this very much as the inner work that you've done within your subconscious. You have this strong sense of needing to disrupt, needing to change the paradigm, because you want to bring justice. You want to manifest a new reality for the collective. So it makes sense to me that within your subconscious, the tower would be an energy occurring, because that's exactly what your like soul plan has set itself to enact. So let's see what gift you're bringing. I have a pretty good sense of what gift you're bringing us from Beyond the Veil. It's a lot, in a good way. So what gift is there? And perhaps this gift is just specifically for you, to help you in doing what you need to do. Perhaps an encouragement or a boon, a talisman of sorts. It's something that perhaps is going to give you that encouragement, give you that extra bit of protection particularly, to carry out that which you were quite clearly gonna carry out. I just felt you, the Hermit. Good grief, sibling of mine. You're really gonna come out here swinging with almost entirely major arcana. Like, okay, we did a little, one court card, okay, but the court card really it's not even like central. It's just sort of like a little footnote to the major arcana card there. Yeah, you're a bit off the charts at the minute, my cataclysmic tower justice baby. Okay. So the gift is the Hermit. And that is an excellent gift, because I see that as a reminder that as much as you have these big compulsions, big plans to help the collective in general, you need to remember to take that time for yourself. It is because of the time that you've taken to yourself to meditate, to grow in your craft, to heal. That's what happened here. That's how it is Hermit energy that made all of this possible. So as we approach the veil thinning, and as you really begin to feel powered up to start doing the things that you feel you need to do, you need to remember to take that hermit time. It doesn't have to be long. It can literally just be like 10 minutes a day. But take that hermit time. Have that hermit's cave prepared within yourself. Have, I myself, I have a grove. Oh, I have several groves, but for meditation, so that when I meditate, I have a special place to go when I meditate. Particularly, I work with the bear goddess Ardeo. And so in my inner, my astral sacred grove, there is a den, like a little cave, like a little bear den. It's the den of Ardeo. And that is a place that I can go in meditation, and I can just curl up there and rest. Feel the energy of the earth. Feel the song of the roots and the mycelium. I can go there to fully spiritually recharge. So whatever that looks like for you, however that manifests in your practice, you need your little hermit cave. Make sure you have your hermit cave. Make sure it's prepared. There's hot water for tea. There's a cozy blanket, whatever it is that you need to outfit that little hermit cave in, whether that's internally or externally or both. Make sure you have that, because you are working with such big, intense, bright energies, and it's quite clear that you are wanting to direct that energy to help others. So you need to keep that nice healing sense, that place, the hermit energy. So, oh my God, yes, right. So, let us see what your little secret Samhain Oracle card was. Well, hello. It's the Veil, literally the Veil. It's interesting because I obviously pre-pulled these at the same time that I made the little apple lanterns, carved them up. You know, you put the candle down in where the secret pentacle is. You know. And I did laugh when I pulled this one, and you know, and I decided which trolls needed to be the emblems of these readings. I laughed when I pulled the Samhain Oracle card that's called the Veil, and I'm like, well, that's on the nose. That's on the nose. But I think that suits, because your reading is so... Yeah, your venturing up to the Veil is so important. Obviously everyone's is, but for you particularly, this moment in time. So it makes sense that it would be very direct and on the nose, because your reading was very direct. So I'll read, there's little incantation poems at the bottom of these cards. So I'll read, because obviously I am doing this by candlelight, because that's what I wanted to do and it felt right. But a little harder to see, so. It's quite possible your eyes have become the fog in which you dwell, a half-swallowed glimpse of all that you truly are or can be, that the tears you bleed are ready for the storms to turn the skies inward. And I'm going to connect that to the Hermit. I'm going to connect that to the Hermit, to what you're bringing back from the other side of the Veil. But yeah, wow. Wow. Okay. All right. I see you. Spirit obviously sees you. This is very exciting. So go forth. Go forth. Remember to keep some really lovely tea stocked in your hermit cave, though. Always important. Right. Well, happy Samhain. Thank you for joining us today. Me and little Bendigeidfran. And we shall see you later. Bye. Welcome, Group 2, to your Samhain reading. The sweet little tarot troll that you chose for your reading today is lovely little Saga. Lovely little Saga. He's going to play the Hanged Man in the upcoming tarot plea. And he just needed to be in this reading. I was like, oh, I should use ones that have already shown up. And I was like, no, Saga has to come. So, I mean, how can you resist Saga? He's so cute. So, we're obviously coming in with that bit of Hanged Man, that bit of Odin on the tree energy here for your reading, which I am quite excited for. So for these Samhain readings, I created this special spread in the shape of a pentacle because I love pentacles. And they sort of symbolize like the ultimate protection for me. I put them everywhere. And we begin with a card that will symbolize you in the center. Self. Your energy here in the center. And then we will take a peek at the past to see which energy you are working from. And then we will zip up here to the present, get a peek at what energy you're in now as the veil thins. And then we're gonna jump over here, get a peek at the future to see kind of what you're gonna do with the gifts that you find behind the veil. Then we're gonna plunge down into your subconscious, get an idea of what is sort of operating in the background. And then finally, we shall see what the gift is from beyond the veil as the veil thins. Now, only you know what the nature of this gift will be. It depends on your practice and who you work with. Perhaps the gift will be something from deity. Perhaps it will be from your ancestors. Perhaps from spirit, your higher self, your guides. You'll know. You will know. And then, of course, to wrap the entire reading up, we have the secret Samhain Oracle card that I drew beforehand at the same time that I selected our sweet little troll guides here and carved your apple lantern. So let's begin and let's just see. I like to sing sometimes, so, you know, I may sing, but what is the self of group 2? When from the deep I bring. Ooh, yeah, I'm feeling you. Yep. Aw, whoop. Oh, wow. Okay, so this one wants... Okay, right, in order. So we already know, oops, present. And this one wants to come out too. That was past. Right, okay. But we're gonna focus on the self here. If the cards jump out, I don't say no to them. Also, this one it's saying, so that's gonna be future. Okay, there we go. All right. Right. The cards are just jumping out for you. So, the energy of yourself right now, the you that is in the center of this protective pentacle, is the Two of Cups, which I see as this very beautiful, innocent, expectant energy. It's fresh. Perhaps you have just started some new practices, just added something to what you're doing. Maybe this is your first Samhain as someone who is following the witchcraft path or paganism or druidry, whatever practice it is that you're doing. It may be your first time, or maybe it's just that things have become so fresh and new recently, or you've added something new in. Maybe you've started working with a new deity, or you felt called to another practice. There's just this beautiful energy for you right now of that meet cute with something, that fresh, new meeting. And I love this because you are starting, like, it's truly, you know, I've named this deck when I consecrated it. The zero portal. And that's what I call the Fool card. It's that beginner's mind. It's entering into something without any preconceived notions. You're starting at zero. It's fresh and it's new. And so I think that is an amazing energy for you to be representing you yourself right now as we approach the thinning of the veil, because you are just open and innocent and fresh and interested. You're interested. You know, here we have two people. There's very much a romantic connotation here. They've just met and they're like, I might try to see if I could get, see if I can get their number. If I could, follow them on Instagram, whatever. We're going to talk more. That's the energy you're in with things right now. Whatever new things have come into your life practices. I'm particularly in the spiritual realm on this, and I do tend to, when I do readings, do it from that point of view. But yeah, that is so beautiful. Now let's take a peek at your recent past to see what factors sort of coalesce to put you in this beautiful beginner's mindset. And I'm not saying that, oh, you're a beginner. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have embraced that beginner's mind, that something has happened that has helped you to see the world in a fresh new way, see what you're doing in a fresh new way. So yeah, not saying like, no. Get what I'm saying, not calling you a beginner, although you might be. And if that is the case, welcome. I'm excited for you. But also, even if you've been, working in this way for a long time, there's a freshness. You've met something new. So let's see. And I don't read reversals, so that's my prerogative. The Nine of Cups. Oh, this is a very emotional reading, but like good emotions, because, cups of the of course it is, right? So the apple lanterns, I just sort of intuitively carved a simple symbol in them. And for Saga here, oh yeah, and of course, Hanged Man, seeing things in a new way. Yes, it all goes together. I carved a heart. And what is the suit of cups? It's the suit of the heart. That's the suit that in regular playing cards became the suit of hearts. So yeah, no, this is all coming together. Of course, you were drawn here. I've already talked about how cute he is. I mean, all of the tarot trolls are cute, but I was particularly feeling this affection, and also feeling like I second thought, like, oh, I can't, should I use him? He hasn't been in a tarot plea video yet. And then I said no, so like he's a newcomer, he's new. We've only just met Saga, right? Fresh and new. Hearts. Wonderful emotions, right. So in the past, we have the Nine of Cups. And we have here someone, usually I hear this interpretation like, has just hosted a dinner party. And he is happy about it. Almost smug. It went amazing. He's just sat there, arm crossed, like, oh yeah, I put on a great party. This was awesome. He had his, I'm assuming 8 friends, if one of the cups is for him, surely. They've had a great time. It's wonderful. So I'm really feeling like in the recent past, what has brought about this fresh new feeling within yourself is this sense of community, this sense of knowing who you are. This gentleman knows who he is. He's not, like, he is just like, yeah. That wine I got, on point. So it's very positive energy because you're in your emotions, but in such a happy, expectant way. In a sense of, so we've got satisfaction and then we've got fresh excitement, attraction. So, whoo, very nice. Right, so let's see. Present. What energy are you in the present? Obviously, this is self, but then what other factor is at play? Okay, I swear I shuffled this. Okay, I shuffled this so much. But the heart wants what the heart wants, okay? The Three of Cups. Right, so present energy, it's like not only have we had the meet cute, and we've already had some wonderful parties in the past, we are also full on celebrating it, dancing like the Graces, this yay, woo. So I love that. I love that for you so much because present energy, like you are ready for Samhain. You are excited. You are ready to partay. The veil's thinning and you're like, I am pouring a cup for the ancestors. I'm pouring a cup for whichever spirits. We're going to have a great time. I am not sensing any trepidation about Samhain here. I am sensing joy and expectation. So let's see, what are we trending toward in the future here? I don't feel negative about this, and I will tell you why. This is another card. I know this sounds really bizarre, but right. I was doing a thing where like I cleanse my deck and I consecrate it, and so I literally look at each card and think about what I feel about it. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It takes like 3 hours. I was sick. I had gotten a stomach bug and I couldn't go to work that day, so I decided to just really, when I wasn't in the bathroom, I was connecting with the deck. And I was thinking about this, and I was very much focusing on the warm light within the church, and the word, but I wasn't using the word church. It was sanctuary, the warm light from the sanctuary. And I especially am looking here because obviously we have the Prince of Parties down here. So, hospitality, meeting with people, celebrating with people. The future here, you aren't one of these people out here. You are the warm light within the sanctuary. Your heart is so warm and full of love and care that what I feel in the future it is that you're going to want to do is, because you have filled yourself with so much love, you have so much love, you are going to invite other people in out of the cold. You're, the kind of friend who can have a conversation with someone that truly changes their day, truly helps initiate healing, gives comfort. So what I see here in the future is that you're the warm light within the sanctuary, beckoning, bringing people in to protect and to warm and to love. And I am so grateful for you because that is such a beautiful gift. Because I think a lot of times, people, they don't think about the importance of hospitality, of celebration. People, you know, they look down on it. It's like, oh, well, no, okay, well, whatever. You made someone smile, but, you know, there's so many bigger problems in the world. But the thing is that what they don't think about is the fact that that smile is contagious. If you've warmed someone, if you've helped bring someone in out of the cold, then they will also bring someone out of the cold. And then eventually, the more of us that are brought out of the cold and into the warmth of this sanctuary, that creates change and healing within the world that is so pivotal and important, and has deeper effects than change that was that had to be brought about by force. So, particularly right now in this moment, what I would like to say to you, don't listen to the people who want to look down on you and be like, oh, you're not serious enough. Oh, how can you be smiling right now? How can you be like this? Ignore them. They've obviously got their own issues. You do not have to be pretentious. And I am saying this from personal experience. I have felt lesser than because I wasn't as serious as other people. This was particularly like in university. Like, I was hanging around with the people who were, you know, academic. I'm academic. I research, but the way that I expressed myself was, well, you can see here. What are these bright colors? Tarot trolls. I did it in a very fun way. And the friends that I had, like people, you know, that liked to hang out with me, it was because I was warm and fun. And so eventually I came to realize that I didn't have to look down on myself for not being super serious all the time, for not being mega literal, for not having to be the well actually person in the group. Like the person who's being the well actually, this is like you're wrong, those people, okay, fine, whatever. No, I want to be the warm hearth. I think that you're obviously of a similar mindset. So don't listen to those people who look down on you for being exuberant, for being that warm hearth, because you know what? Someday they may be out in the cold. And that's the thing. Those people might be the very people that pass you by. They don't see the warmth of the inner sanctuary. They pass by and they're still out in the cold. You know, of course, if they chose to come knock on the door, you would open it and greet them with cookies and hot chocolate. But I think that's the other message here. Don't take it to heart when people turn down your hospitality and your warmth. You can't control what they feel about it. All you can do is give that affection and that love to those who actually understand what it's worth and reciprocate. Because look, there's reciprocation happening here. Reciprocation. Okay? So don't waste your time on those who are gonna still just with their misery. How can you say it's a good day? It's not a good day. It's raining or whatever. No. You can't make them do anything. You can't make anyone do anything. All you have to do is you just keep being warm, and the right people will come and party with you. Right, I've gone off on a tangent, but this just felt like it was saying a lot, so we go with it. Right, let's go into the subconscious that's feeding into all, no, Koofle. feeding into all of this. Okay. What do we see here? I'll tell you what I see here. I see a pentacle that has been dismantled. Obviously, this could be play fighting, but there's definitely there's a tussle here. And I think, yeah, that this makes sense as the subconscious, particularly in relation to here, right? On the outside, you're presenting this, and you are this. But also, like I referenced here, there's still that insecurity. So in your subconscious, there's still that war where you're like, oh, I need to be a more serious person, or oh, I can't talk about this because I might mispronounce one of the words, or I might say a date wrong, and then someone's gonna come over and, well, actually me. That's the turmoil is that, yeah, that's an inner turmoil in the subconscious. Because you're focusing more on these people who are ignoring you over the people who are down to party with you, okay? But also, this is like a play fight. So it's like the turmoil isn't that serious. This could be a game. So you're like, you're playing around with things. There's a lot of new, fresh emotional energy here. But the pentacle is dismantled, and that's okay because you're at this fresh new beginning, so you may be about to construct something new. So yes, these youths are play fighting. They've dismantled. Oh, okay. What do we do with wood? We build houses. Perhaps it is from this place in your subconscious. Perhaps this is you subconsciously working through issues because you're in that zero portal and you build the sanctuary. So perhaps we are going to build a sanctuary out of these wands. Yes, that's what I'm feeling here. And of course, if we build a sanctuary out of these wands, then we have a space to host parties, to celebrate. You really want to, and this, I mean, I'm not speaking, like, it could be physically, maybe you literally want to build a space, but also just symbolically building that space of sanctuary and of celebration. Yes, okay, right. So let's see what gift it is that you shall be reaching for beyond the veil this Samhain. Ah, yep, that felt magnetized. Oh, yeah. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. What did I just say about the dismantled pentacle here? What is this? A fully formed pentacle. And you literally have the divine deity, ancestors, whoever it is that you work with, handing it to you as a gift. And what is Pentacles? Pentacles is earth. Pentacles, so we have earth, you know, resources, the physical world, okay? So you are literally reaching in through the veil, and the gift that you pull out is like tangible. It's giving you everything you need to create, to build a foundation on which you can build your sanctuary. Wow. And that is beautiful, because in this newness, and once again, what is the ace? 1, beginning. 2, the next step after a beginning. 3, okay? Okay. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Or what Spirit is putting down? What the gift you are getting is literally everything you need to begin building your sanctuary, to build a place, whether physical or spiritual, in which you can nourish others, but of course the very and protect others, and help them see who they truly are. Help them, like, hold a mirror up for them and say, look, but not to say, oh, you're ugly. No, you hold a mirror up to say, look, you're beautiful. Look, you're lovely. What is it? My grandma used to always say to me and to my mom and my sister and my aunts, you're beautiful, beloved, and lovable. And that is the message that your heart wants to bring forward to others. The hardest thing for anybody to see is that they are lovable despite their flaws, despite their scars. But that's what you see. And you are being given the means by which to create a space. Because your heart is so bright, is so childlike, you are being given the means to create a space where people can be themselves, where people can celebrate life, even the things that seem so super silly. You'll celebrate it with them because you understand that nothing is unimportant, everything is important. And if it's the smallest milestone for them, you like, someone might say it's small, you'll say, no, I see how beautiful and important that is for you. And I'm going to celebrate with you. Wow. That's, your energy is so beautiful and loving. And I oh my word, I am tearing up. You're gonna make me cry. Oh my word, thank you. Thank you. But obviously, very much remember, once again, don't worry about the people who do not want to accept your gifts. Don't chase after them. Do not chase after them. You are not meant to fix them. It's not your job. You only need to work with the people that come to you. Like here, they come to you, okay? And also, when you're doing this and helping other people see their value and their beauty, don't forget your own. Don't forget to also take care of yourself. This gentleman, he had just as much wine as everybody else. He's taking care of himself. These lovely ladies, equal footing, equal footing. I want to say as well here, don't forget, just because you are meeting this person here and giving them these gifts, don't forget that you're part of the equation. Start with yourself. Take care of yourself first. That's very important. And oh my gosh, I just remembered what your secret oracle card is, and it's perfect. Perfect. Yes. Altar. I'm literally crying. Oh my word. You are so beautiful. Thank you. And also, I'm thinking that this reading was for me too. So obviously this was my reading. Oh my word. Okay. Let me read the little incantation on here for you. A sacred devotion, a worship skin deep, rising from the ash, the waters you keep. And what is an altar? What is an altar? It's a sacred space that you build. Sanctuary. So your deities, your guides, your ancestors, whoever it is that you work with, and it's also a place that you build for yourself. Okay? The altar that you build, whether it's a physical one or just inside of you or both, the altar that you build is first and foremost a place for you to go, a place for your cup to be filled. And you give devotion and worship and communicate with those that you work with in the spirit realm. But they also give you gifts, okay? And that's what's been built. I'm going to start weeping. This is beautiful. Have a beautiful Samhain. And I will talk to you later. Love you. Thank you. Bye. Welcome, Group 3, to your Samhain tarot reading. So, the troll that you felt called to is her little lantern always falls off. I tried to glue it on and it didn't work. Our little troll Edda, who of course plays the hermit in the Tarot Plea series. She is so beautiful. But yes, you saw this beautiful sweet face and you said, that's the one. So let's see what reading she is presiding over for you today. Okay, there we go. So I've designed this spread for these readings. So it's a pentacle of protection. And we begin from the center, which is you in the middle of all of this, you protected. And then we dip down into the recent past for you, what energy brought you to this point, and then your energy in the present. And then we zoom over to have a peek at the future. And then we take a quick dip down into your subconscious to see kind of what all of this is stemming from. And then we go up to see what gift it is that you will find beyond the veil, as the veil thins. And of course, only you know who this gift is from. Be it deity, your ancestors, your guides, your higher self, the universe, whoever it is and whatever it is that you work with, you know who you will be contacting, who you will be getting gifts from beyond the veil on this beautiful upcoming Samhain. And then to end everything off, we have the secret oracle card, the secret Samhain oracle card that I drew previously. So let's begin. Sometimes I sing while I shuffle, so don't mind me. And what is the self for group 3? Oh, I feel ya, it's you. Oh, 2 are coming, 2 are coming. 2 are coming, 2 come. That means we're using both. Ooh, hello. 3? Goodness gracious. Okay, right. Is there... Yourself is very multifaceted, my friend. Earth and water as well. 10 of Pentacles. Legacy. I'm almost getting the things like, ooh, this person might definitely work with ancestors to some capacity. I mean, we all do, whether we know it or not. We have legacy. I also always, these little white doggies here, I always see them as the Kunanovin, but that's just, you know, me. So we have this fulfillment of the suit of Pentacles, the 10 that becomes 0 again, the end and the beginning. That's beautiful. And then in the center here, we have the 6 of Cups, which is like memories of childhood. So that is beautiful. That also kind of ties into legacy here. So you have this sort of sweet, there's a sweet innocence. And then we also have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, he isn't a super active knight. He's very rooted. I almost see him as just sort of in a protective stance. So already here, with these 3 cards here to symbolize yourself, I'm seeing legacy and heritage, but also generations, childhood, and protection, practical protection. So I see, it looks like you're just naturally someone who guards, who safe keeps. Perhaps you care a lot for, you know, you have like elderly relatives or elderly friends that you care for, children, but you're guarding, you're protecting. That's the energy we're beginning with here, and that is very beautiful. Now let's see, let's have a peek into your recent past. There we go. Right, thank you for really being on this time. No, it's fine. It's always... Ooh, the sun! The sun! We love the sun. Here comes the sun. We have the sun baby. So I see this as, in the past, you have sort of had a rebirth experience. You were fresh and new and in your... that fire energy. But obviously coming up to the yourself here now, it's a lot more grounded. So perhaps the practices that you've been doing currently are ones that you have done for a long time. You're rooted, you're matured, regardless of what your actual like linear chronological ages. There's a rootedness, a nostalgia, a love. But in the recent past, it's you've had like a fresh start, this bright, sunny, fresh start, and that's fantastic. That bright freshness. So your recent past held this sort of rebirth energy for you. Not sure whether it was easy rebirth, but there was rebirth. There's a freshness. And then you still have, you're someone with a sense of responsibility and quite a bit of responsibility. So let's see where you're at in the present. Yeah. The King of Cups. So more cups here. And this is once again the most matured energy. Most matured emotion. This King of Cups, like, he knows how to set boundaries. He has responsibility. But there is still this waters of emotion around him. So he's very grounded and mature. Once again, I'm getting that sense of maturity here. And that is so beautiful. Because you're someone who kind of, you know. That's what I'm saying is you know. Now I want to see where we're trending in the future. Because obviously we've had a rebirth in the past. You're very grounded in your emotions now. So let's see what the future is holding. Oh, and of course, I just realized, of course, maturity. We have the literal hermit here. Our sweet, beautiful Edda. Edda, which means grandmother. Like, not saying that you're actually literally a grandmother, but yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. See, the tarot trolls work. Tarot trolls are very helpful. So what is in the future here? Ooh, okay. The Emperor. If we were in any doubt that you are in this sort of strong, authoritative energy, well, hello. We have two enthroned monarchs here, as well as the enthroned grandfather. Here he sat, Knight of Pentacles is also keeping watch. But notice that we've gone from court card to major arcana. Because obviously the Emperor is the King of Kings. The four court card kings are facets of that rulership. Facets at play within the elements. So this is a king of emotions, water. The Emperor is like, he's all four in one. So you are feeling very strongly. I don't think there's a lot of question about who you are and who you want to take care of, who you're protecting. So let's have a dip into the subconscious here to see what is sort of at play behind the scenes in all of this for you. What is in the subconscious? It's you. Okay. I can't. Okay, Tarot. Okay. Do we want to speak about people on thrones anymore? King of Swords? Okay, now we have the King of Air, the King of Thought. And what I want you to notice about the King of Air is something that I only recently noticed. I literally had never seen it before, but I was doing like a deck consecration thing, and when I do that, I look at all of the cards. There are butterflies on his throne. Our king of intellect and thought, of precision, has butterflies on his throne. And that, to me, the whimsy of the King of Swords. It's like you have to look really hard to find it, but it's there. The butterflies on the butterfly throne. I love it. Okay. So yeah, even subconsciously, you are enthroned. You're a very enthroned person. You are solid. You know what it is that you are about. And I love here, obviously, we have a pretty decent spread of elements here, but we don't have wands. We don't have wands yet. I mean, we have fire because of the sun and because of the literal hot desert that the Emperor sits in. But we have air and we have water and we have pentacles. So there's a pretty good balance here. Pretty good balance here. I'm interested to see what the gift from beyond the veil is for you, because what do you get a king? What gift do you give to a king? I feel like, yeah, that's the question here, because, you know, king in a non-binary gender way, you know. A king can be a femme person, it can be a masc person, it can be a non-binary person. A king can be, anybody can be a king. You're very much a king. You're a sun king. You're an emperor. But you're a king who rules, but you're a king who has a very, like, a king who truly cares about the people for whom they are responsible. So let's see what the gift from beyond the veil is, because what does Spirit have for you, the Emperor? The Hanged Man. Well, my liege, my liege, my lord, my mistress. The gift you're pulling from beyond the veil is quite obviously a new perspective. You are strong. You know where your loyalties lie, where your responsibilities are. But just as Odin, who was the literal All-Father, wanted further wisdom, gave up his eye for it, hung on the tree that is the opportunity, the gift beyond for you to take hold of beyond the veil. Because you are so grounded and so mature, you want to go even deeper. Because you've had this sense of rebirth in the recent past, and you've been in your emotions, your intellect's been working. And also bear in mind, the Emperor is here in the future. So you're not quite the Emperor yet. You're a king, but you're not quite the Emperor yet. And the only way to become the Emperor, the only way to become the Allfather, basically the next step of spiritual evolution for you is something that you're going to have to be very intentional about, because you are literally going to have to just take that time when the veil thins to literally turn your entire perception upside down. You need to view your kingdom, your responsibilities, your nostalgia, your memories of the past, your present, the emotions of the present. You need to view that from another vantage point. And you are ready for it because you do have that grounding and you do have that maturity. But you're ready for more. You are ready to just flip yourself upside down, and you don't care how long it takes. You don't care how difficult it is. That is the gift. So when you reach through the thinning veil, and those that you work with, your guides, your ancestors, your deities, whoever it is that you work with, you're not expecting them to just greet you with a cup, or with a new sword, or even with a new pentacle. You want to move beyond just the 4 elements, the 4 suits. You've mastered those. You've got those. You know what you're doing with them. You're expecting to step beyond the veil and to find a tree. And there, within that time, you will hang yourself upside down and have that enlightenment rush, and you will see things in an entirely new way. And what will the result be? You will become the King of Kings, the Emperor, ready for a new phase of spiritual work and just an even deeper understanding. And I am amazed by you. I'm a little afraid of you, I'm not gonna lie. Because I know for a fact that I have not yet reached the King of Kings zone. But I am grateful that you showed up for this and that you are on this journey, because as the Emperor, you will have so much to give. You've given so much already. You are a pillar within your community, and you care so much about those that you protect, that you are willing to make the sacrifice to change your entire perspective, to go deeper within yourself. And wow, okay. Wow. Yeah, you were truly in the crone energy, and that is so fantastic. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Now, let's have a peek at your secret Samhain Oracle card. Cauldron. To whom does the cauldron of Awen belong? Cadidwen. All I'm saying. You are on a very high plane. Very high plane with what you're working with. Bewitching, yes it be. Blink and you shall see a bubbling desire in the brewing rain. Is the little incantation on the bottom. And very much I associate this with the Cauldron of Awen. And the fact that we have here the Hanged Man making a sacrifice to seek enlightenment, which is also what happens in the Historia Taliesin with little Guion. Apologies if you don't know these references, but truly, you should look them up. Worth it. What you're brewing in this Samhain season is something mature. Because the cauldron of Awen, Cadidwen for a year and a day, it had to be stirred for a year and a day. I very much see here in the sun, I see Guion reborn as Taliesin. You're very much giving that energy here, Guion to Taliesin. For a year and a day, and she gathered, it was with very careful pre-planning. She gathered the herbs and the ingredients over that year at very specific times in very specific ways. So this isn't just a fly by the seat of your pants moment for you. You have been preparing carefully. You have been gathering the ingredients. So when that veil thins and you taste those 3 drops of Awen, when you choose to change your perspective and hang upside down, yeah, this is a very deep moment for you, and it's bringing you into that King of Kings Emperor energy. And wow. So I salute you, my liege. This is amazing. Thank you so much for joining with us today on this reading. And by us, I mean me and Edda. And until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye.